Okay, this is getting crazy. I guess I'm just not understanding the bombshell, the end game that this bombshell brings us to. Like, if we're trying to find people who sexually assaulted these women, and we're trying to find evidence so we can get justice for these women, this letter is not that, even if it is true. Nothing in this letter can be taken to court and say, see, this proves that the person who wrote this letter was sexually assaulting women through Jeffrey Epstein. The funny thing is, everyone's mind's already made up. And I talk about this on my podcast. Everyone is already convinced that the politicians they hate are on these Epstein files with evidence showing that they assaulted women through Epstein, and they want the files released so they can prove it and say, haha, I knew all the politicians I don't like are in these files and were sexually assaulting women. And nothing that is released now in any court release or any Wall Street Journal release is going to change anyone's mind about that. Now, if this letter turns out to be true and is something that Trump wrote, you can make the argument this is great for people who hate Trump and influencers on social media and the media who are trying to turn public opinion against Trump. Except, what is the end game of that? Like, what does that even matter? Are you hoping that this will get Trump's voters to now hate him and not vote for him in 2028? He can't run for president in 2028 anyway. All of this, his approval ratings have gone down on this subject. His approval ratings have gone down on that subject. This is great news for the Democrats and people who hate him. It doesn't matter. He can't win in 2028. He can't run. His approval ratings honestly do not matter. But if that's the goal, then I guess Democrats win because more and more Republicans are being turned off by Trump. So I guess they won't be voting for him in 2028. And I get that's a political game, right? Regardless of what side you're on, your job is to make the politicians of the other side look bad so they get less votes. But Trump era is done in 2028. He's not getting any more votes. And if you hate Trump and you're hoping this letter that's not even verified yet that he even wrote it doesn't actually prove anything, but if you think this letter is going to hurt him or hurt Republicans in the midterms, help flip the House and the Senate are going to flip anyway. At least the House is. The GOP is not going to have full control of Congress. In my lifetime, and I'm 42 years old, no president has ever had full control of Congress for more than 2 years. And when you look at the seats that are available in the House and Senate, most likely the House is going to go blue. The Senate, there's a few seats that are up for flipping, but they have a few seat leads. So I think the most you're going to get out of the Senate is a 50-50 split. And that's all going to happen naturally. It doesn't even matter if this letter is true. So I'm just not understanding what the bombshell is. For me, the important thing is if there are people other than Epstein that have been sexually assaulting these women through Epstein, then they belong in jail. I don't care who they are. But this is not evidence that gets us any closer to anyone, but even Trump, having committed that sexual assault with these women. Now, Trump is saying he's going to file a lawsuit. I think the lawsuit is perfect because either they'll settle out of court, which means the Wall Street Journal is lying, or they'll have to say, oh, sorry, our source was lying, or they'll defend it in court, which means we'll go through discovery, which means the source will have to testify and we'll be able to see if this letter is true or not. And we'll be able to see if this birthday book is true and what else is written in it by who. A lawsuit on defamation on this could open all the files right up. So we'll see what happens. I just wish, aside from politics, I understood what this bombshell was. It's fun to watch social media explode over stuff like this, but it's not accomplishing anything. People who hate Trump already fully believe he's raped women through Epstein, and everything that comes out about him is a bombshell. And people who support Trump automatically assume it's a nothing burger. But sometimes it is a nothing burger, and I don't see what this accomplishes. If you hate Trump, you're not voting for him. If you like Trump, you can't vote for him anyway. And this is not evidence of him assaulting women on Epstein Island. So someone explain to me what this bombshell is and why this is so crazy.